Here we go.
Global diamond industry, which brings us jewels like these ones here, glittering there on the table, it's undergoing a huge transformation. Later this year, the mining giant DeBeers will relocate its global sales businesses from London over to the South African nation of Botswana. The move will see billions of dollars worth of business take place there, and the country has joined the ranks of Antwerp and Tel Aviv as one of the world's most important diamond hubs. BBC's Rob Young reports from the capital, Gaborone.
The world's richest diamond mine in the world's biggest diamond-producing nation. The precious stones that leave Jwaneng are worth billions to Botswana, but the country wants more benefits from them before its mines eventually run dry. This is what comes out of Botswana's mines, rough diamonds. There are millions and millions of dollars worth on this table. This one alone is worth a cool 12 million. Whereas previously, this thing would have been flown all the way to London to be sold to global buyers. They're now flying here to buy Botswana's diamonds in Botswana. It's a big moment for this country. The mining giant DeBeers has been relocating more of its diamond work, such as sorting and cutting, from Europe. Sales are next, so there should be more jobs for locals, and there's fierce competition for them. Tumi is one of the lucky ones.
It was quite tough because there was a lot of pressure, because a lot of people were applying. A lot of people want to be part of DeBeers, so we had a lot of competition. Over 11,000 people, basically. And I feel it's an honor, it's a privilege.
When DeBeers finishes moving, $6 billion worth of diamonds will be sold here every year, and it's hoped that will have an economic knock-on. There are already signs this is happening. This Indian jewellery business has set up a factory.
One of the things we're very proud of is that we're able to offer the local consumers a product which is fully processed in Botswana. So we source our rough diamonds, we cut and polish it in our factory. The majority of the polish we export, and part of it we bring to the jewellery factory for jewellery manufacturing.
Botswana has become one of the richest countries in Africa thanks to diamond mining, but there are warnings the economy has become overly dependent on it.
It is definitely too reliant on diamonds. It is a concern because the diamonds are running out, and we should have been far more diversified than we are at the moment.
Geologists reckon Botswana has at least another decade of diamonds left. The challenge is to turn this country into a global trading hub before they run out. Rob Young, BBC News.
Well, getting DeBeers to bring its international diamond sales centre to Botswana is only one part of the country's strategy to get the most out of the diamond wealth there. It's very focused on processing its own diamonds rather than simply digging them out of the ground. Alfred Dube is managing director of Lazar Kaplan, its diamond processing specialists in Botswana. Now, he's in New York on business. He's been telling Samira Hussain how it makes perfect sense to move the trade closer to where it's dug up.
What is it that pulls us to Botswana? It's because the resource, the larger part of the resource, almost 70% of the production is from Botswana. Certainly within the DBS mines. And so you always want to go where the resource is.
How is Botswana able to compete with some of the big polishing centers like Tel Aviv or Antwerp, for example?
We can't really compete. Ours is a nascent industry. These are established over years and centuries. But we can't sit back and say we can't compete, that we can't do anything. So I think we are saying we want to develop Botswana as a diamond center, from mining all the way to beneficiation and beyond. But competing with Mumbai, competing with Tel Aviv, not yet. It will take a while. The great thing, though, is that neither Mumbai nor Tel Aviv actually manufacture or produce diamonds. We have them.
What do you say to those that suggest that Botswana's economy is far too reliant on diamonds?
That's true. It is. And that's not a comfortable zone to be in. They've been talking about diversification, economic diversification for years. I mean, there are other natural resources which are being developed, like copper, nickel, zinc, gold and so forth. So there are resources. There's the wildlife, there's the tourism. All that should be put into play to be able to move away from diamonds as soon as possible. I think it is a critical challenge that faces the country of Botswana.
So there are a finite number of diamonds. What happens when they've all been mined?
Phew. Well, that's when we will learn our lesson. Hopefully by that time, we will have moved into IT or other areas like India has done. Hopefully by that time, we will have found other more imaginative areas into which to diversify. If we haven't, if we think that the diamond money will always be there, then we are in really serious trouble.
Alfred Dube there speaking, just as we were saying earlier. Now here on Business Edition, we do like to demonstrate that money and the making of it does not exist in a vacuum. Of course, it's connected to all aspects of